You put the kare-kare on top of your rice.
So just on its own, yeah, without the rice also?
Yeah, without the rice.
Okay.
You should say as kare-kare.
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 Perfect. Wow, that's a big bite. Alright.
Oh! Oh my, this paste!
Alright, what's up you guys? Kiliancha here and welcome to another episode of Foodie Mama PH, and we have here Rishi and Arti, Indian locals living here in Singapore. I believe this is gonna be their first Filipino food.
Not our first, I think.
When I was doing some stand-up in the Philippines, I had some really good friends, GB Labrador, if you're watching the show, my friends Victor Anastasio. They took me to eat some, what they call the heart attack diet. Some chicken sisig, in their words, very high cholesterol. There was chicken, there was pork, there was a bunch of animals. Yeah, there was.
It's mostly pork for sisig, and it's like the best.
It was amazing, I won't lie. I mean, it was pretty sick. I really enjoyed it, yeah. And we also had one of our friends come over and make some chicken adobo.
Adobo.
Yeah.
I've had.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Again, adobo is best if you use pork. It's like our unofficial national dish.
So what is the national dish of the Philippines? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know.
No, I don't.
There's nothing.
Like that's why it's unofficial.
Oh.
It should be adobo, but we're very regional. Like this is also being in the list. This dish is called kare-kare. Mostly we use beef, but we also use pork. It can be seafood kare-kare as well. Kare-kare, I believe, derived from the word kari. Some claim that it's from the north of the Philippines. Some claim it's from the south. The third story is the one that I believe the most, because we had this British occupation, the 7 Years' War, where Indian soldiers were sent to Manila. We call them sepoys. They settled in the east side of Manila. They intermarried with the locals. Maybe they ran out of spices, or they asked their wives to cook it for them. And then they're like, hey, curry? Something like that. I don't know.
That sounds very believable. Like,
Very
Indian soldiers wanting curry, that I can buy that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's interesting you said sepoy because sipahi means soldier in Hindi.
Yes.
Yeah, who knew?
And I think the sepoys were in Singapore as well for a long time, and a lot of the local Indian history is actually tied with the sepoys. Yeah, and I think even sort of like inspiration of food probably has infused into a lot of like Singaporean Indian food as well.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of shared history, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and the thing is, our ancestors are like Malay, Indonesian of descent. They always repeat the terms. So if we're like ota-ota,
Yeah.
you know, so maybe it's like
Paru-paru.
paru-paru, like
Do you study Malay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is kata ganda.
Yeah.
Right.
Kata ganda.
Yeah, that's what we like. Even in Malay, we study.
Yeah.
There's a very similar like hyphenated thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's adapted here. They don't know what to call it. It looks like curry, it's like kare-kare.
Kare-kare.
Kare-kare. Even local-born Filipinos don't know the history. I'm really interested in history, so I just read up. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I believe is true. This is the pork kare-kare. It's cooked in a peanut sauce. So if you think about satay sauce, this is like the dish without all the necessary spices. Thinking in the past, maybe they don't have spices, the turmeric to color it. We have access to what we call anato seeds, which are like achuete. Those are seeds just for coloring. That's why the color is like yellow-orange. Lots of peanuts in the gravy, and the stock that comes from the pork, boiling the pork, making it soft, should go with these vegetables, which is string beans, we call sitaw, and eggplant, which we call talong. This is bok choy. Have you had this before? Any vegan vegetarian, I think, eats this. Any guesses?
Arty to try this one.
Beetroot?
It's called banana blossom, sometimes called flower or heart, banana heart.
Banana blossom. Sounds like a cocktail though. Banana blossom.
Banana.
One banana blossom, please. Thank you. On the rocks.
I believe curry or gravy binds Southeast Asia together, as well as the use of peanut and all these vegetables as well. And this is what we call bagoong, which is our version of sambal, made out of shrimp paste, cooked. This is one of the famous jarred bagoong that we have.
We had a question, a combined question
Yes.
from both your guests. Why is there the flour on the sambal? What flour is this?
It's an edible flower.
Edible flour.
It is edible. It's just for decoration, but it's edible.
Okay,
It's an
you can
edible
see
flower.
this. I don't know if you guys can see this on camera.
It's so pretty.
It's like sambal bunga.
Yes.
If you are speaking Malay. It's the first time I don't know, first time?
It's not usually there. I just put it there for the sake of, you know,
Sure, your own
making
thing.
it beautiful.
Okay.
And yeah, we have your roasted peanuts. So that's the crushed peanuts right there.
Is this a breakfast dish or is it typically a lunch?
It's a lunch dinner dish.
Do you all believe in the whole dogma of having breakfast is the most important meal of the day? It has to be big breakfast, or do you think it's a myth, like how some people have been saying, like, you know?
In Filipino culture, it is. It's like heavy. Garlic rice, there's egg, and there's different types of protein, either fresh or from a can. It's always the combination we have for breakfast.
Right. That's the thing though, like, I don't know if it's the same in your household. Like for Indian families, when I grew up, it was always the other way around. You know, people say it's healthy
Right.
diet is like heavy in the morning, and as you go, the pyramid kind of
It
goes
gets lighter and lighter.
But I think for Indian families, it starts small.
Yeah.
Like, let your stomach warm up
Yes.
with a biscuit and some tea, and then it goes to like paratha
For lunch.
for lunch, and then like
Biryani.
biryani for dinner.
Then you're feasting.
Yeah, finish dinner at like 10 p.m. and then you're like, let's have some whiskey now.
In Filipino culture, it's like that. The carbs is always there, either rice or noodles or bread. It's always there.
Oh,
It's just a
wow.
brick.
And we have what we call merienda, which is like tea time. That's when we have the pandesal, which is our national bread,
Right.
with the stir-fried mihun.
Together?
Oh.
Sounds good. Should we do this?
Yes.
Okay, I suggest you put the kare-kare on top of your rice.
So just on its own, yeah, without the rice also?
Yeah, without the rice.
Okay.
Okay.
Just, you should say as kare-kare.
Kare kare.
Kare kare.
Kare kare.
Perfect.
Okay. Peanut sauce
So good.
feels like satay.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, satay paprika.
Mm.
But none of the spices.
No
Yeah.
spice, yeah. It's very like a bit sweet, a bit peanutty, yeah.
Try it with the rice.
Bit of rice there.
Okay.
You can put the crushed peanuts as well.
Okay, cool.
I think having it with a bit of rice kind of balances out the gravy a little bit,
The
right?
richness.
The
Yeah.
richness.
Just grab a bit of the veggies, huh?
Okay, that's why the veggies are there to kind of balance.
Bit of it all.
And the eggplant. So all of these veggies are kind of blanched. Only the eggplant is fried.
Is it okay to have it?
Yeah,
So you
okay.
might try it
Please
first.
do.
I don't want to like spoil the blossom of the banana. Is it just down the center? I'm just gonna share some with you.
Yeah,
Very
please
good.
do. Thank you. Alright, let's see how. I want to check out how that tastes.
Yeah, this is just intriguing to me, like the
Right.
banana blossom thing.
I think though it'd be a good compliment to the very rich gravy.
It shows up a bit late, right? The moisture.
Right.
It sounds a bit crunchy. I mean,
I know, right? Yeah.
Like a moist aftertaste.
Yeah.
Explain to me, since pork is involved in a lot of dishes, Filipino
Mm-hmm.
culture, why do you call it the spare rib? Not needed, is it?
I have no idea. I think it's like a corner of the ribs. It's not in front, so it's like it looks like a spare.
Is this the worst question ever you've heard on YouTube channel? Like, let's try the mixture with a few of these
Yeah, you
things.
have to try.
Let the aeroplane go past and give you my feelings. Okay, so we got a bit of everything right there, some veggies, some gravy. Ooh, I haven't put in peanuts. A bit of that in there.
I like the rice too.
Okay. Now here's what I mean. You see? Wow. You know how they say the whole is better than the sum of the parts? I think that applies so much to food. If you taste this on its own and this on its own, this is, yeah, okay, I get the taste of this, I get the taste of the eggplant, whatever. But there is something about good food when you put the right things together. Oh man, you can never expect like that bite I just had with everything. I did not see that coming.
You know, when you eat satay with the peanut sauce, right?
Yeah.
There's the cucumber on the side with the onions.
Yeah.
So I think the same applies here. You know, contrast of flavor and the texture,
Yep.
the crunch, and you have to try it with our sambal. So
Yeah.
we
Oh,
call
yeah,
this
forgot that.
bagoong. We didn't intend the dish to be salty because it has to be eaten with the bagoong.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, I have not tried the sambal yet.
I know you work very hard on the flowers.
Please do the honors.
Is it okay?
Do the honors,
You
just
sure?
please.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very gentle with this, okay? Very gentle. I'm so sorry. Oh man, I messed up. Oh.
I think I'm gonna try the flour.
Wow, that's a big bite.
Mhm.
Alright.
Oh! Oh my, this paste.
Yeah, it changes it a bit.
Yeah. The flour was delicious.
So we don't normally eat this on a daily basis. It's like biryani. You prepare it for a feast, like because it takes time, takes a lot of effort. So for the kare kare, if you want it to be shortened, you can use peanut butter. But for fiestas, especially in the northern part of the Philippines, the culinary capital, they take their cooking very seriously. They really do everything the traditional way, which is roast the peanuts first,
Right.
roast the glutinous rice, and then grind it up to make the curry, to make it thick. So it's like a festive dish
Yeah.
to share with the family and relatives for birthdays.
It'll take time to prepare. I can see that. Very good. I've thoroughly enjoyed the first round of this experience. It's been exciting.
And learn so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I realized one thing during this past year.
Uh-huh.
The cooking's the easy part.
Oh yeah.
Not to say that this is easy, but like at home, like the cooking is fun, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
therapeutic, and then there's a reward at the end of it, which is eating. But it's the cleaning.
Actually, it's the pre and post. So
Yeah.
the prep and the cleaning, those are the hardest.
Yeah, but even for the prep, you're kind of like, all right, man. In
Yeah.
like 2 hours or in 1 hour, we're gonna eat
Exactly,
this. This is
yeah.
gonna be amazing, or people are gonna come and everybody's gonna love my stuff,
Exactly.
But when everything's done and when everyone's gone and you're just like deep diving with like curry in your hands and you're trying to clean the dishes, man, that's tough.
So since you asked the question, who does the cleaning in you?
See, the thing is, my wife and I, we cook different sort of food, right? Because she's purely vegetarian.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, I'm not a chef by any means, but I do meal prep for like my diet or whatever. So like a very simple grilled chicken.
Oh, nice.
So my cleanup's very easy. But when she cooks, it's a heavy affair. You know what I mean? Like Indian cooking is
Yeah.
pretty full on. During circuit breaker, I think I got my master's in dishwashing. But hey, I'm happy. Oh, very cool. It's good.
I love this.
Something new, but the taste is like
Familiar.
familiar as
So
well.
familiar, yeah.
right?
I love it. I love learning about cultures through their food. I feel like it's such an intimate thing.
I think it's the best
Medium,
representation.
yeah.
Yeah.
As a stand-up comedian, food and comedy are two pillars of learning about a new culture. Whenever we go tour different places, we either go to the comedy clubs because you learn so much about the country
Right.
from that unfiltered, uncensored humor that people bring, and you eat the food. I think those two ways are your best way in, like you were saying.
Yeah.
You get very intimate with people, you get intimate with ideas, you get intimate with history in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as someone else is doing the cleaning after, I think it's all good.
What was your favorite part of the dish?
I think RT and I will both agree.
It was the flour.
Learning a little bit about origins of the dish, and a little bit about the history of how you believe it might have come about, and also just getting a sense of how historical stories of different cultures within the region are so intertwined because of our colonial history, the mass movement of people from different parts of the world. Like
Yeah.
like you said, the sepoys were. If we're gonna eat any Indian food later, we might even taste some similar tones and notes. It's been beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for inviting us into your home.
It's such a good connector. I feel like I not just got to know about the dish, but I got to know about the culture, a little bit of the history, the shared history that we have. A lot of the times we focus on the differences, so it's really nice to see the sameness and to see like the shared flavors that we have. So yeah, really love that.
Thank you.
All right.
Foodie Mama.
Thank you so much.
I do this show called The Rishi Report Live. We do it online on Instagram and Facebook, but we also have live shows. Next live show, the details are right here. Check it out. It's Singapore's only news, comedy, parody, satire sketch show. My idea, Rishi Budrani, which is right here as well. Right there you go. Right there.
Well, you can find me under Curves Become Her across quite a few social media platforms. Instagram, my WordPress blog, Facebook, and even TikTok, because I like to balance out the serious and the hilarious. Yeah, Curves Become Her.
Is it okay for us to? You're gonna edit this, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
But I'm just curious, like, how did you get involved in the food side of things? Like, is that your profession, or what do you do outside of the
Is this something you love?
yeah?
It's something that I'm passionate about
Aw.
ever since. Really wanted to write blogs during that time, but it was a time where the transition is like YouTube is already there. It's my passion, so I do this on the side. So yeah,